Hello ladies and gents, I am Diffin, and welcome back to From the Depths Ashes of the Empire Community Edition. In this episode we're only going to showcase a few designs, mainly because I want to be gathering resources. So, go to Ashes of the Empire, and today's, and first of all we're going to be using the Tank by Tourist. I do have quite a few designs from Tourist now, and this is an exception, definitely a tank. They're very similar to the one which I unfortunately removed due to it not working quite right. Probably something on my end. So this, we have a rather nice little engine at the front here, which is interesting considering a lot of tanks have the engine towards the rear in reality, but maybe it's just more of an aesthetic. Though I thought I saw... Yes, I did actually see a steam engine there. Okay, so that could cause problems if maybe some explosives hit down the bottom. Could end up turning this entire craft off, which would be a bit of an issue. Now, let's have a look at the ammo. An explosive round. Okay, let's see how it fares. Just a Sand Viper. The missiles going up. Bounces down. Ooh, nice explosives there. Oh no, it's pure explosive, or is that actually squash? I think it's a squash round. Yeah, those are squash projectiles. Nice. Drifts nicely. Always have a bit of tank drifting. It seems to be very effective, so hopefully this one will work and I won't somehow manage to break it. So let's destroy our vehicles and then try out the next design, which is the Vulture by Volknov NB. Or Volkov NB. It's a fairly slow looking plane. Oh, no, it's picking up speed now. Ah, it's probably got a steam engine. It's probably just ramping up. So it's got quite a number of wings. A very nice aesthetic there, having the engines visible. It's a very nice little cockpit at the front, with all the repair components and all that there, which is very nice. Detection's in a very neat little location, and it does have a cram bomb chute. So cram bombers are not very accurate, I must say, and this one seems to fly very high. So I have a feeling it won't do especially well. So let's spawn something in. Sun Raider. Let's just actually spawn both designs in again. A little bit far away. I think unfortunately the Vulture has been caught by a bit of the patch fatigue, and yeah, let's just let the plane get up in the air first, shall I? I think the may have a little bit too many wings. Does manoeuvre nicely, but again it's just a little bit too twitchy with a number of wings, so once more the updated patch is making wings much more effective, has probably broken this design. It doesn't seem to be able to catch up with the design, so let's give it a nice stationary target. Here comes the bomb. Nice solid hit there. Just deleting a sphere of blocks as it arrives. Yeah, it could work well. It's a little bit slow. I think it might. For wings may have broken it, but we shall see how it occurs. The campaign will have a nice target-rich environment, so we should have good things. So next we have the Hachiroku by Hikari, which is a very pancake tank. Wow, that is very flat. Only 3 blocks high? 1, 2, 3, well technically 4 with the radar on top, which I could actually delete. Use a lot of heavy armour corners there. Let's see how it works. It is a turret, it's not just... I'm loving this already. That is got an incredible drift on the tank as well. Quite a nice little gun. I have a feeling though it won't play nice with my other tanks and we'll probably just crash into them constantly because this is very quick. What speed is it moving at? Wow. 50, 60, yeah, that's a very quick little vehicle. And there we go, it eventually hits and kills its target at a good long range. This is going to be a very effective and probably rather cheap little design. Really looking forward to this. That is good fun. It's going to ram. Oh, collision. And that just transmitted through the entire crowd, blowing the entire thing up. Awesome. So, how much was that? That's only 5,000 materials, so it's very, very cheap. In fact, all these designs are quite cheap. Tourist one being a little bit more expensive, 13. So next we have Gecko by Giant Snake. That's 6,000 design. Very reminiscent of, well, pretty much the Chimera from Warhammer 40k, or even, well, the coloration in that does remind me a lot of Brotherhood of Nod from Command & Conquer series. Still, let's see how it performs. Again, it's quite a cheap design, so I'm not expecting it to be able to murder everything. But that gun is, well, it's doing a lot of nasty. High rate of fire, it's probably a belt feeder, isn't it? It takes a little while to reload. But then it does do a nice little bit, it does a fair amount of damage though, when it does fire. So whether or not it's going to be able to survive long enough for that ammo to be filled into it, or indeed if the enemy will survive long enough with the other vehicles in the forces. Yeah, looking forward to that design, and it is a very nice, cheap little design. Wish I'd known about it earlier, because it would have been very good earlier, as I think now, with the other resources abound, it's going to be a little bit overshadowed by some of the other vehicles. Still, that's all good, nice little designs, and good for the campaign, which I shall begin now. Let's load in the vehicles. So, merge them together and repair them all. So yes, the tank, Vulture, Hachiroku and Gecko, new designs, and they are cheap, which is very good because I want to be getting a lot of resources to be able to spawn in one of the other mass of designs. Probably by Adnecris or Richard Dastardly. Or both, if possible. That would be absolutely amazing, but I'm probably going to need around about 300,000-400,000 material in order to do that. Just get these repaired though. In fact, while I'm doing that, let's go attack this tile over here with the Monk Lizard Force. And send this tile in now, because everything should be repaired, which it is. So, Monk Lizard Force, attack here. What looks like fighting against Taipan and Desert Boa. Not really worried. Unfortunately, I did kind of spawn thing. We didn't bother looking at the spawns. A couple of cram bombardments there. Well, laser plane just got run over. Tanks ran into each other. Time cram shells they missed, exploding early. Pack cannons just blast through from the Panzer IV. very large explosions as the cram cannons from the Monk Lizard Force strike and make it AI dead, leaving only the rear wagon remaining. Should really be trying to capture more things to get the resources. Big explosion and battle finished. Nice and simple. Oh, in fact, I did say I was going to build another heel caster. There you go. Another heel caster, and that will help them work together. Prevent themselves from killing each other. Next we have the primary attack force going against loaded desert bowers and a copperhead. Oh, we do have King Cobra and Scrapworks coming in. It's going to be your job to attack and defend that force there. Right, so they can attack there. So we've got this force going in first of all, which is good. Right, let's jump over here, spawn in all the terrain, and begin the battle. Pausing it immediately because it looks like we've got ourselves a load of the war wagons, the bowers. Big, wow, massive amount of light as all the flares are launched. And the cram is fired. The missile tank hasn't reloaded yet, so it's not firing. Oh, he's just ran over the train and took out his own undercarriage. Over there, long distance, seeing if there's problems. The Crown Bomber is still moving in to engage. It's not even reached engagement range yet. Where's Hikari's tank? There it is. Right in the thick of it. Just couldn't see because of all the bloom. In fact, let's just jump on it. See if we can't grab any of these things. Yep. With it being AI dead, might be able to capture some of the components. Which would be nice. Huge amounts of missiles and lasers and all sorts. Jump out avoiding all the shots. Quite good fun really, trying to avoid everything. I managed to capture it though. Jump in and let's try and grab it. Car's wagon just rammed into the side of it. As I said, it's probably going to do a lot more damage to my stuff and the enemy. But captured, nevertheless, and that's good. Pull all. What do we capture? Just grab you and the Munin. I said I was probably going to get rid of it. With all the other designs I now have, it's now been made a little bit more redundant. So, serving well. Your erratic movement was absolutely amazing when I required that. When I required it, but now it's no longer needed. And now we try and attack this without bringing in the radar balloon. Spawn in all the train, of which there needs to be quite a lot of due to the engagement ranges. Let's begin the battle. Tanks slow but surely moving forwards. The laser heavy fighter surging ahead and is getting shot at immediately. But its lasers are doing damage. Its erratic movement is proving very difficult for the gypsies to be able to do anything. And the laser has just ripped through this vehicle here. Long range shots coming towards it. It was rather unnecessary with all those tracers. Big pack blasts, but does unfortunately miss his mark. Ooh, hit on the bottom corner there. I think that might have been from packing heat. Looks like it has disabled the wheels. With it disabled, the other design's now homing in on it and will destroy it momentarily. Looks like the AI has been destroyed. In fact, most of them are ignoring this one now. The majority of projectiles being sent towards the scrapworks. Or bouncing missiles they're looking for. There's tracer rounds looking a lot more dangerous than they actually are. Panzer IV taking the brunt of it, but its movement is allowing it to avoid almost all the damage. It just tears through and breaks through the rear of the turret here. Looks like it has disabled it, making this one ineffectual. So it's heading towards the scrap works, and Pram hitting there, 2 damaged. That's now going to spawn shortly. Because all now realign the targeting against this poor fella. The little heelcasters doing strong work there. It's ramming into the things it's trying to repair. Yeah, let's pull all, because it's going to kill itself doing repairs. So 68 tile, 40 tile. Let's move in and attack both. Okay, let's do this battle first of all. Just because I've spawned in the land here, and this is where I am. Let's begin the battle straight away. Like something is exploding, or is that just flares? Nope, that is exploding. Ah, the cophead is spawned underneath the Taipan. Well, it looks pretty. Those 2 designs now destroyed. Whoa! That was a bit trippy. You just got flung really far away with the camera. Oh, Scrapworks just took a solid hit and almost destroyed in one. Seems to have recovered a little bit, but not by much. They're both AI dead and destroyed. Cophead is offline. Particle accelerator just tore through. Didn't look like it hit too much vital, as it was all as it had already been destroyed. Yeah. Good solid hits there. Go have a look at the next bout. Let's begin this battle. Though I should probably repair the packing heat. Let's just begin it immediately. Let's hope that my spawning is okay, because I didn't actually check. but it looks like it should do okay. Looks like some of the settings are remembered, at the very least. So let's see how well we do here. It's pretty much just going to be a walkover, I think. Doing more damage to myself than they're doing to me at this point. Huge array of missiles coming in. Big explosion there, causing a bit of a frame drop. The next load of missiles strike the other raiders. Most components now having been disabled, driving through explosions. Red Rager's design decides to go and ram a ramming vehicle and loses, unsurprisingly. Grinds along the ground there. I've got some more designs from Red Rage. I'll probably retire that one. The next episode I'll bring in some of the others. Well, at some point. So yeah, it is by itself. The other one though, I'm do liking the missiles from that missile launcher. Just this one seems a touch on the frail side compared to the other designs in this force. I also got like some other designs around. APN bombs, I think, or rockets. Heading towards the packing heat. Doing minimal superficial damage to the packing heat. Has lost half of its guns. That said, it's still one of the most powerful tanks in my force, even with only half of its armament. Benny Blade probably being one of the strongest. And this last one now, AI dead. Let's head over to attack this tile as well now. While the Pirate Lord moves in to try and take out the Monk Lizard force. The game isn't properly latching to 30 FPS. I'm meant to be recording at a latch 30 FPS, but it keeps jumping up, which it shouldn't be doing, and it's causing an apparent frame drop as it attempts to catch back up. I have been having some weird computer issues recently, so it's just the end in a long line, I believe. Begin that battle. Pause immediately. Probably jump on top of this tank. Let's just ride it into battle. Jump off, plane, straight down. Completely disorientated there. You're flying too low again. Yeah, you're flying a little bit low. I'm going to have to retire you as well. Look at these missiles. Absolutely enormous things. Can I destroy them with my gun? I don't think I can. Tunguska running in, going for a ram. Massive explosion there, which chains through the ship and attacks the Tunguska as well. And I just got hit and... Am I dead? No, I'm just about alive. Maybe on 30% health, but I'm alive. Managed to capture it though. Now I can't see an blooming thing. Ooh! Friendly missile just took out the main gun of the Gecko there. Good solid hit. Was 2 damage for a second, then it repaired itself, and now it's kaboom. If it does survive any longer, then it's got a load of missiles coming in to finish it off. Nope. Fantastic. Let's pull it all. Let's move in and attack these tiles. While you attack you. Let's go in. Quickly set things up. Load in all the terrain and begin the battle. A nice tank line there. All smoking barrels at the same time. Very cool. Pause on. Tram cannon's shot and misses its mark. Hophead moving in, thinks it can do something. It's going to get shot at by all the little machine guns. And it's destabilized and goes into the sky, where it then gets killed. Pack turns through the Viper there. Or is it the Raider? I can't remember which is which. Call them both Raiders or Vipers. Ooh! Pack there just penetrated and blew up the entire main gun. Smashing it to pieces. Very good job. The Heelcaster's moving in, keep things operational. And now we have a tremor spawn right next to a load of tanks. Particle accelerator though tears through it immediately. Ramming, destroying copperheads, which is pure brute force. I want to capture it. Actually, a couple of them really. Going up quite rapidly in the resources, taking on all these guys. Of course, if I can capture them, that's even better. At least know where the AI is in this. Mine? Yes, you're orange. Excellent. So that's going to be a lovely amount of resources. 57k materials on its own, that's it. You were flipped over. Probably had the copperhead run underneath you and explode, I guess. So, another load of Sand Vipers and a couple of Gothers. Let's see how you fare against this lot. Getting a rather awesome amount of resources now. Let's begin the battle. Again, not really paying attention to where I'm spawning things, which is a distinct problem. Though neither do the AI, as they just ram into each other. Particle accelerator fires, I think, through their own vehicles. Yep. Plane was destroyed. Shot up at the Gotha. The Gotha is definitely going to be a problem for this force. Having very little in terms of anti-air capability. Ground war, though, is almost already won. And without that heavy fighter, it's going to be a lot trickier to destroy these, I'd say, as that is blown to smithereens by some high-powered weapon. This little guy is a bit of a problem, since it's causing crossfire between my own forces. Oh, the Heelcaster's too damaged. Can it get repaired? Why wasn't it sustained by repairs? Very strange. Wow, big solid hit there, and the whole thing just vaporizes. Looks like at least one of the tanks has a very high velocity rounds, and then the missiles just detonate part of it. There's a lot of the tanks do have some sort of missile capability that's proving to be very effective, as the flares are not able to keep up the sustained barrage of shots coming at it. That said, some missiles doing some weird maneuvers around the craft and not actually hitting it. Just going in for a strafing run, but slows down, allowing main guns to hit it and disable it entirely. Now it's just scrap for the taking. Land vehicles don't seem to be faring much better, as they keep knocking themselves over. But, oh, a couple more bits taken off, and it's now 2 damaged. It leaves the last one here, which just got gutted by the particle accelerators. And to add insult to injury, everything else fires and bombards it to oblivion. Boom. That's all finished. Another radar balloon there. And I think that will do it for this episode. It might be a little bit shorter than usual. So we have plenty of resources to utilise in the next episode. So a large number of vehicles can be spawned in, which will be amazing. But that's all for today. So thank you very much for watching this episode of From the Depths, Ashes of the Empire Community Edition with myself and Diffin. If you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like and or comment below, as it is always great to hear from you lot. Please check out my channel for other videos in From the Depths and other games, and also pop round by my Discord for a more direct chat. Otherwise, that's it for me for now, and I shall see you next time. But until then, I'm out. Goodbye!